Tonight on James Gunn's A Liar Live, James Gunn responds to the conspiracy theory about recasting of Superman and Henry Cavill thing. For some reason that got brought up again. And he also corrects Nathan Fillion. Rebel Moon, baby. We got some more numbers that Variety posted, so we're going to check those out. And, you know, still waiting for that green lamp. We're probably not going to get that till after the director's cuts. Box office, yep, we had Challengers, we had Boy versus the World, kind of a small box office, but hey, you know, it's Monday, let's talk about it. Mufasa! I haven't watched the trailer yet, I figured why not? Yep, just gonna watch it live with you guys. All that and so much more tonight on Film Junkee Live. I've seen the stills, I've seen the voices, the cast, and everybody who's come. Again, does anybody even talk about the other one?
Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
Whoops. There we go. Do that one instead. Hello. What's happening, guys? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. It's Monday. It's the end of Monday. How are we doing? Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I had a pretty good weekend, I must say. I need a detox. That's all I got to say about that. I'm just like, all right, I should probably relax till Friday. I'll wait till Friday because did I do some drinking this weekend? I sure did. How we doing out there? Make sure you guys subscribe like I just said. And we're going to talk some James Gunn stuff, more DCU stuff, Rebel Moon, box office, and then, of course, yeah, Mufasa. Can't wait. But anyways, how are we doing out there? Let's see. Is this all ready to go? All right. What the heck? Come on. Fix that. Fix that. Gotta fix that a little bit. There we go. All right. What's going on, Phil? Never. What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you. Doing pretty good. We got Eric right here. Let's see. Still adjust that. Get that. Come on. There we go. Just adjusting. I thought he turned down the Superman offer when he was still on the DCU. If it was already going to be rebooted, why would he keep the same cast? Exactly. That's what we're going to talk about, which, you know, we've talked about before. Let's see. Shane, good evening, Dave. What's your favorite baseball movie? Major League. Mine is The Sandlot. Sandlot's second. But Major League's my favorite one. Yeah, I watched that. I watched both, yeah. Angels in the outfield, it was fine. It was fine. And you're saying Sandlot, of course, yep. Hey, Mr. Jason McKenzie, if I had a drink, I'd raise it up for you, sir. Thank you for always helping to keep that pirate ship going. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Thank you. Let's see, what else we got? All he does is lie. There you go, guys. That's all he does. It's all he does. Okay? Let's bring in the hyperbole. Bring in the hyperbole. That's all he does. So everything that he has said. The DCU is not actually happening. That's all a lie. All the stuff is a lie. What's going on? Taladia? I'm probably saying your name wrong. I apologize if I am. But what's going on? We got Mr. Fear Jason as well. We got Mr. Nobody. What is up? Happy end of Monday. And we got Kai right here. Is it Kai or Cal? Cal. What's going on, Lane? Good to see you, buddy. And then we got RJ. He's the reason why we're talking about this. He's the reason. He's a plant. He's a plant. He's an industry plant, apparently, he's being accused of. Still sick, man. Well, hopefully you'll feel better. Hopefully you'll feel better, man. Antonio, what's happening? We got Super Omicron. All James... Let's see, it's all good. All James Gunn has to do is make a hit film. If it isn't there, we'll be in line around black. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Whoa, Stephanie T is here. Whoa, why did that? Oh, okay. I was like, did this just change languages on me right here? That was like weird. But anyways, but howdy. All right. It's Taladia. Yeah, Taladia. Okay. Okay, that sounds about right. All right, cool. Taladia. I know. You know me. I'm terrible at pronouncing things all the time. But anyways, guys. But yeah, we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about that. I think it was a pretty slow news day, to be honest. Slow news day, slow. Not really too much going on, you know. When it comes to things, I haven't been in the movies in over a week. I almost went. It was Alien Day. I almost went to go watch the first Alien movie, but like I said, did a little too much drinking on the weekend. So when I went to my buddy's house, and we always try to catch up like once a month. They made ramen. It was delicious. I haven't had ramen in forever. It was freaking awesome. We sipped bourbon. We watched funny things. We listened to music and just kind of caught up on everything. So did that. And then yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm feeling wine. And I shouldn't have. I just decided, hey, one more glass. That was a big mistake. After having a very terrible chicken sandwich. Popeyes. Never again. At least the one over here. Ugh. So funny story. I was craving a spicy chicken sandwich. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. But what day was yesterday? Well, that was Sunday. And they're closed on Sunday. And I totally forgot. That's how my brain was still, I guess, bourbon soaked a little bit. So I drive there and it's all, of course, closed. And I'm like, crap, it's Sunday. Duh. So then I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Popeyes. Got 2 spicy chicken sandwiches. They were barely, had a hint of spice. They felt like they were old. And yes, my stomach did not feel too good after that. So, yeah. So then I decided to drink wine after that. That's smart. So I woke up a little just, ugh. So I'm like, all right, let's just drink some water and coffee all this week, and then we'll get back on it. But geez, shitty. Just Popeyes. What the hell, man? Never go to a chicken restaurant, because I worked at a KFC. Never go to a chicken restaurant, because I win at like 4:30. You should always go after 5, because odds are you're not going to get fresh food. Because I worked at a KFC, and sometimes that chicken was in there between lunch and dinner. There'd be a space where there's some chicken that's been sitting in those whatever they under the heat lamps or whatever. It's been there, and it's kind of 2 hours old or whatever the hell. You always, you always want to go around when they're making the fresh stuff. Anyways, Popeyes. Wait, what? That is it's French. Never mind. Well, there you go. Anyways, okay. What are we doing here? What are we saying? Hey, we got Chris Balga here. Good evening. We get so focused on little thing gotchas. Yeah. I want good. Yeah, I know. That's what we're doing. All right. Popeye is kind of bland. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is better. I should have just went to KFC. KFC's got a good spicy chicken sandwich. They got a pretty decent spicy chicken, I will say that. When they got into the spicy chicken game, I was like, hell yeah. Nothing wrong with this right here. All right, anyways, guys, let's get to some tweets. And we got our first look at Mr. Michael B. Jordan right here on the set of the new Ryan Coogler vampire flick that, of course, is a period piece. And he's looking like, geez, if you want to, if Mahershala Ali doesn't end up going forward with Blade, we got some Blade vibes going on right here, at least with the sunglasses and the way that his hair is cut. So that's pretty cool. So there's our first look at Mr. Michael B. Jordan. And, oops. And what's funny about that is, I don't know, this movie just there's a lot of excitement I've seen on the timeline about. Okay. Hitting the wrong buttons there. But, yeah, so somebody spotted him on set. Probably on the Warner Brothers lot, it looks like, probably. And we got a couple of goats right here. A couple of legends right here. Zack Snyder, Anthony Hopkins. Doing some work yesterday with this legend for the director's cuts. Some more voiceover stuff because, when it comes to Jimmy, he's going to have more of a role. There's going to be more Jimmy when it comes to the director's cuts. Now we could kind of talk about it now. Even if you haven't seen it, I wanted Jimmy to be in there more as well when it came to part 2, and I thought, okay, is he going to be in this more? He is in it more, and he has his hero moment, which is great, but still, there was still a lack of Jimmy, which somebody put that on a t-shirt. There's a lack of Jimmy in this movie. That sounds funny, but hey, again, somebody put that on a t-shirt, and you can put my face on it. The lack of Jimmy. Let's see, what else we got scrolling through? Oh, yeah, I want to congratulate William. Mr. Sci-Fi Center made his goal. Woo! All right, where's the drops at? Yep, I don't even have there we go. Is that it? Is that working? No. I swear, this thing never wants to work for me. Never does. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. Why are the drops just don't work sometimes? It's weird. I was going to do the applause one, but it doesn't want to work. Anyways, good job, William, for passing his goal. They did it, of course, when they did their live watch of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So it even made an extra $500. So that's pretty sweet. So good on them. Good on them. Let's see what else we got. Then speaking of Zack Snyder and things happening over there on Netflix, we got Twilight of the Gods. They have wrapped production, so the series will definitely be out in September. The crew, here's the crew, our final sound mix at Bang Zoom. So we got everybody there. Looks like I got Wes right there. You got Debbie and Zack all right there. I don't see Jay Oliva right there, but hey, that's fine. But there's the title. So very much looking forward to that. I'm looking at their little control panel there. They got like some Spider-Man. It looks like Spider-Man like balls. It's just like some balls right there. I don't know what those are. Or like Funko Pops or just plushies. I don't know what those are, but that's cool. So we're getting so much Zack Snyder content this year. It's crazy. It's crazy how much Zack Snyder content we're getting. I mean, we got the second movie, and then we're going to get the director's cuts, and we're going to get Twilight of the Gods. Just so much Zack Snyder content. And I get, like, you know, not everybody's digging what's going on with Rebel Moon, but hey, just appreciate, because we had a lack of Zack Snyder content for a bit, and then, you know, after the Snyder Cut came out, then we were waiting for all this, and hey, we just got some awesome Zack Snyder content coming out. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so when it comes to, apparently YouTube is going to be rolling out, and and this is why I'm telling you guys, if you want to join the Patreon's provided down below, because, you know, YouTube's going to be starting to roll out more ads. There's going to be more ads that are going to be showing up when you're watching YouTube videos. Apparently they're rolling out ads while videos are paused after recent testing. So if you have a video paused, you just come right back, and then all of a sudden there's going to be an ad or something. So there's just going to be more ads. There's going to be more ads everywhere. Everything's turning into TV. It's pretty crazy how that is. It's like streaming was supposed to get people to unplug the cable box, and so then you wouldn't have to like have all these ads. But man, either you have to pay the premium, or you have to, you know, or you have to just watch ads. So like I said, you could join for free. The Patreons are free. Just get all the videos and all the content a day later. Just a day later. Let's see what else we have. Let's see. We got Chris Pratt, because, you know, it's been, what, 5 years? It's been 5 years since Avengers Endgame. So he posted this video right here. I guess he said safe to say this video isn't illegal anymore, because how has it been 5 years since Avengers Endgame was released? Crazy looking back at the time with some of the greatest cast and crew makes me so thankful to be a part of the Avengers universe. Oh, look at this. Stunt people. There's Chris Evans. There's Paul Rudd. There's everybody.
Oh, it's a video.
There's Tom Holland practicing, doing some rehearsing with Robert Downey.
Everybody go their starting position, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm the most famous person here. This is a
joke,
really
Sean.
illegal video.
Yeah.
Big trouble. Oh, big time. I'm gonna bring.
There you go. So that's a cool little video from the set. And then, of course, womp womp. Speaking of, well, we're, you know, there's been talk about, you know, obviously superhero genre and the fatigue and everything like that. Of course, Kraven the Hunter got delayed. We already, I think we talked about it on the Vodka stream, but of course, Kraven the Hunter got delayed until December 13th. That movie's just, yeah. I mean, at this point, it's like, you know, are we ever going to see it? Are they ever going to put out another trailer? Who knows? Who really knows? But, yep. My God. What else we got? We got some cool little posters. We got some things. Oh, yeah. Did you guys, who saw the movie Greenland? Remember the movie Greenland with Gerard Butler? Disaster. What disaster? Like basically what, an asteroid hitting or whatever, and end of the world type stuff. Just I remember when that movie came out, or when I was seeing the trailers, I was like, okay, that looks cool. It's a disaster film. I don't know if it's going to be anything special, but I think a lot of people were surprised on how good that movie actually ended up being. It's actually there's a lot of tension that happens in that movie, and I totally forgot that they announced a sequel, because now they've just begun filming Greenland Migration. So kind of curious to see where the story goes, because of how it ends when, everybody makes it to the shelter thing. And, well, I don't want to, it's been out for a bit, so hopefully I didn't really spoil it for you, but spoiler alert, they survive, because there is a sequel, so. Let's see. Yeah, I'm watching some baseball yesterday. This is hilarious right here. It's just pretty funny. Danny Trejo. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. But I love the fact that's a line from Bale's Batman, but hey, he put it's like, that is so ridiculous. You got to love it. Danny Trejo is Mexican Batman. I'd watch it, and you'd watch it too. Somebody did a really good Photoshop job with that right there. It's ridiculous. The mustache and everything. Come on. Gotta love that guy. Gotta love Danny Trejo. But yeah, I laughed when it came to that. And then, speaking of James Gunn, he posted a video. There's like this video where you could put yourself on some, basically going up on stage. I forgot who the actual performer is of the video, but apparently there's an app where you could just put yourself onto that person, and then it's like you're walking out on stage. So James Gunn decided to repost that somebody, I think it was Chief Mackenzie Bach on Twitter, posted that video, and James Gunn, reposted it. Yep. People that hate him did not like this. It's cringy. I'll get that. It's cringy. It's a ridiculous video. Yeah, it's cringy, but, he saw it. He thought, why not? I'll give that a retweet. It's just ridiculous. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's going to be him at Comic-Con next year, right? Maybe? I don't know. But that's speaking of videos, though, that are really cool, that use VFX and technology of everything that's going on. We got right here. So we got Terran Sting VFX 1. Check out what they did right here. They placed the Wolverine mask over the trailer.
No problem.
Do I not have sound?
Come again.
Sound. But yes, look at that. And then they show you how they did it as well. Looks pretty damn cool. Looks interesting.
Let's fucking go.
The white eyes are interesting. Show how they did it. And looks pretty seamless. Looks pretty seamless. Just, that damn color palette, that MCU color palette, but, it's not all that bad, but good on them for doing that. Boop, boop. All right, what else we got here? Oh, yeah, did you guys see this? Oh, what is that? That's, yeah, that's right. Joaquin Torres' Falcon suit. I mean, it looks MCU'd. Yeah, that's for sure. Obviously, you could see the real, the picture from the book right here. It's kind of what they're basing it off of. But, yeah, that doesn't look great really at all. I don't know about you, but that looks pretty fucking horrible. When I saw it, I mean, maybe it's just because it's like the concept looks weird. I don't know. The positioning, I don't know. Kind of got a Vulture vibe going on with the wings. Obviously, Falcon had I don't know. It's just, when you see some of these costumes or the concept, you're like, yikes. So I'm wondering if they try to fancy that up with the reshoots that are happening with Captain America, but oi. Jeff Bridges, man. I can't do a Jeff Bridges impression, but Jeff Bridges, hey, guess what? He's going to be in Tron Ares. I think we all kind of figured he was going to be in Tron Ares, but yes, he mentioned it on like a little podcast that he's going to be shooting scenes. He's not, of course, the star, but then, of course, we have this image right here of him looking at the costume. Some people, like, when I reposted it, they were like, shouldn't this be like a spoiler thing? And it's like, well, I think we all kind of thought that Jeff Bridges might show back up. I mean, they didn't announce it right at first. They were basically saying that anybody who was with Tron Legacy weren't going to be showing back up. So I'm kind of wondering how attached it is to Tron and Tron Legacy. Like how much, I mean, especially Tron Legacy, because it just seems like, why not just continue things that happen in there as well? So, but cool to see that he's returning. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, did you guys know there's going to be a new Scooby-Doo live action series that's going to be on Netflix? That's right. Scooby-Doo live action series on Netflix, not going to be on Max. Warner Brothers, of course, letting they're kind of just letting other streaming services not selling off, but whatever the hell they're doing, leasing them to, Did anybody just have like a sell Scooby-Doo to Netflix? Hashtag? I don't know. But yeah, so Scooby-Doo. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. I'm surprised it took this long. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Maybe it will be. Who knows? And then we got the Russo brothers talking about, that lovely term that everybody throws around about superhero fatigue. The Russo brothers dispute superhero fatigue, attributing Marvel's recent struggles to a generational shift in media consumption habits. They suggest an older generation favors traditional viewing habits, while the younger generation craves instant access and multitasking. This transition impacts everyone, including Marvel, more than any perceived fatigue. We just want good movies. I think everybody just wants good movies. And let's face it, when it came to, and they kind of set the table for that a little bit, but at least, Infinity War and Endgame to a point was pretty good. But I mean, people just want good movies. And I think that's just, look what's happening. It just seems like that's kind of happening now. I mean, we're going to be talking about the box office. A lot of people were talking about Challengers and raving about how good that movie is. Dune was really good. Everybody was raving about that. I don't know. I think people just want good movies. Yeah, simple as that. But everybody always talks about the superhero fatigue, and I think it's just people who just want something, just a little fresh with it. They want something fresh. A little fresh. But anyways. I think they're not wrong to... Yeah, I could see a little bit when it comes to... I could see it a little bit because, there are people... It's a weird thing, though. It's like you have to, go with the trend of a lot of things, even like being a YouTuber, when the pandemic happened, that's when I started doing, Film Junkee Live and doing more streaming. So, because everybody was home, and then, streaming became like a huge thing. And then, of course, now all that's like wrapped up, and now it's like trying to get people back into the movie theater. But at the same time, it's just, I don't know, there's been polls out there that you see where like the younger generation just, is just wanting just good quality movies out there. I don't know. Too many bad Marvel shows. Yeah, the Marvel shows really just took a toll. Let's see, what? Someone should let Zack know that. Uh-oh. Good movies will lead to word of mouth. Yeah, that seems to be what's going on here. So, just gotta wait and see. A movie is out in February. So believe or not. Okay, just seeing what you guys are talking about. There's more good than bad Marvel movies. You think so? Okay. I guess, yeah, probably. I agree with that. James Gunn is a liar. Well, I'm sure he's fluffed certain things, for sure. But first off, we're going to talk about the Nathan Fillion thing, where we were kind of scratching our heads, because last Wednesday, on Wednesday's show, I talked about how Nathan Fillion, in a recent interview, said that when he got the role as Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, he basically said that it was at the Suicide Squad wrap party, and a lot of people were like, holy shit, that was like in what, 2021? That was like 3 years ago or so. This was way before all this other stuff was going on with the switcheroo and the DC Studios and the Black Adam thing and the Henry Cavill thing and all this stuff. So a lot of people were like, Jesus, like, you know, and of course, if you don't like the guy, you're going to be, of course, calling him a liar. And then, of course, it was like, all right, maybe it wasn't that rap party. No, it was not that rap party. It was, in fact, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 rap party. Yes, he meant the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 premiere party, not even the rap party. So you even got that part. Rap party, premiere party, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Cleared it up. Nathan Fillion messed up a little bit on that, because again, and then everybody just starts you know, doing all that. And then speaking of Green Lantern, he did show this off, or he posted this right here, so I'm sure there's some work that's happening when it comes to Green Lantern. That's a pretty cool shot right there. I love how the glove has some blood on it. That's pretty sweet. That should be the cover of the thing. And then we got Mr. RJ right here. Responding to James Gunn, and RJ said, I'm going to infer that the "we were lied to" angle is regarding to a popular conspiracy theory that you were always planning on rebooting DC and making your own Superman movie when you first got hired by Warner Brothers and finished the Suicide Squad, hence intending on always screwing over Cavill and lying to the fans, since you said you had, at the time, no interest in running DC and didn't want to make a Superman movie. James Gunn said, I don't quite understand how that fits, aside from the fact I had no interest in running DC until Peter decided to do it with me so he could do the exec stuff and I could focus on creative. When I was hired to write Superman, it was always intended as and pitched as a new Superman story, so why would I lie about not planning that at the Squad premiere, which would have amounted to the same thing at the end of the day? How does this particular conspiracy theory make sense? It doesn't. I mean, when I think about it, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, it's just like, okay, so obviously, I've told you guys what I heard when all that stuff was happening. James Gunn did not want to do. They wanted him to do Superman. He didn't want to do Superman. And then, of course, when it comes to the whole DC Studios thing, I was hearing the same thing too. That he was not really wanting to do all that. Dwayne Johnson and what's his agent? What's that guy's name again? They were trying to get, of course, the DC Studios job, and they wanted to like do their thing. And then, of course, you have what's their names too? Pam Abdi and DeLuca. They're the ones that wanted to continue on with what they had, bring Cavill back. But like I always said, Cavill never signed a contract. So it was like, when everybody was saying like he was fired. It's like, no, there was a promise of a contract. They promised Cavill the contract. So when it comes to James Gunn or anybody that would actually want to tackle like a Superman movie, I totally understand of like, okay, we had this universe that is very fractured. There's just too many pieces all over the place. So instead of just like trying to do something with that, just gonna start fresh and just have my own take. I understand that. I understand it too. When all that came about, I was just like, yeah, why would you want to? We don't even know what's happening with all this. Not to mention, even if like it went forward with Cavill in a Man of Steel sequel, it would have been more of the tone of like how the Flash ended up being, how Black Adam maybe ended up being. I don't know. It would have been interesting to go into that timeline, to see what that movie would have in fact been like, and how much more, brighter it would have been, because obviously it wasn't going to be like the Snyder verse full on tone. It would have been like a little bit, I don't know. To me, I've always just thought, well, yeah, if you're going to take it on, why? I mean, this whole thing got so messed up by the freaking old regime. Why even try to fix it, I guess you could say. I don't know. So just start fresh. So I totally understood that, but, still would have kind of been interesting to see what that Cavill sequel would have been. So. Are you guys arguing? Are we arguing here? Yeah, let's see. What are we arguing about? So Saffron ruined the Flash ending and ditched my beloved. I mean, I don't know. Like Saffron, I don't trust that guy. I never really trusted that guy, to be honest. Never really did. The DCU is over. Why can't these people just move on? I'm not saying you have to be excited for the DCU, but why do you even care about? Yeah. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, hey, Snyder's in a good place. Can't wait to see more stuff over here. Everybody else seems like they're in a good place right here. How does it even make sense if they were planning a reboot back in 2021 after the Suicide Squad? We know Dwayne was trying to take control back then. Yeah, that's exactly what was going on. Yeah, Dwayne was trying to get that gig. I think it worked out for Dwayne Johnson too, because now he's going to do that A24 movie. And probably, he's going to have to show some acting chops, hopefully. The pandemic birthed the Junkieverse. That's right. That's right. But yeah, Saffron, I'm kind of like, But, I mean, it makes sense, though, because why the hell would you want to run the whole thing when you're a director? And it's like, so when they split the job, I thought that was really smart. Have the creative side and then, of course, have this side. The question is just like, is the thing going to make money? Is it all going to work? And then what happens if it doesn't? I mean, there's a lot riding on this whole thing. There's really a lot riding on this whole thing. What's going on? Tony Movie Chappie, D9L Blomkamp fan. Dave, what is it about Peter Safran that you don't? I think it's just because he was there. He was part of that little regime. I just, you hear things, same things. And I think he was just kind of part of that regime a little bit already there, too. And I don't think he was all about what Snyder was doing either. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's like a big issue. It's just, when things were happening, I was hearing things that, but who shouldn't even trust anybody in Hollywood, to be honest. I mean, I've always said that as well, so. Anyways, all right. So, there's enough of that. Let's talk some Rebel Moon. All right. We got more numbers. We had those numbers last week. Now we got new numbers that came out from Variety right here that decided to, they use, what do they use? They use something called Luminate. Luminate, apparently they own Luminate that kind of looks at some of these numbers. So we have a whole new thing right here. And of course, I get that there's, I'm obviously going to be so supportive. I'm biased, and I'm like rooting for Rebel Moon because I want more Rebel Moon. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be interesting when we get those director's cuts. But here's, when it comes to scrolling originals in film, so we have 740.8 million minutes watched. Not too shabby. And then, of course, it even brought up, of course, part 1 to be coming into 4th right there. Not like there was actually much that it was going up against. I mean, who the hell watched the Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp? Anybody watch Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp? I used to like Woody Woodpecker as a kid, but I have no desire to watch this. There's my Woody Woodpecker laugh. You're welcome. Ricky Stanicki. That was on Prime Video. So, yeah, 740.8 million minutes watched. It's weird. It's a weird kind of graph, though. Like, that's how many minutes watched. But hey, it's something, and it's something positive, especially when there's like this crazy discourse about these movies out there. At least fans can look at that and be like, hey, you know what? We'll see. But yeah, hopefully, we won't hear anything about them greenlighting more Rebel Moons until after the director's cut. I can only imagine. And then we're still waiting for that. For when we're going to get a date when it comes to all that officially. I mean, it's going to be in July, end of July most likely, but then it's going to be interesting if they're going to be doing screenings, of course. There's going to be, I don't know what it's going to be like when it comes to those screenings for the director's cuts. Is it going to be, I don't think it's going to be a double feature on one night. I have a feeling they're going to do 2 different nights. I don't know. I'm trying to get info, but not really hearing much. So, but, yeah, so I don't know what it's going to be like. Are they going to do a thing where you have to submit your name again? And then, I don't know. We'll see. But when I hear something, I'll tell you guys, of course. Because I know there's some people that want to fly in and watch those. So I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool if it was like another kind of like full circle kind of thing, which funnily enough, full circle, that was a year ago. So when I posted it today, I'll probably post it on my Instagram, but I posted, of course, that shot of Zack and I when I did the commentary with him. There we go. So this was 1 year ago yesterday. I forgot. I totally forgot to post it yesterday. And I was like, oh, yeah. So is this right here? Go. Or not. So this right here, you guys remember, of course, doing commentary for like about the first half of Man of Steel. And there's a picture that the art center actually took of. This was right before we started. And that was actually, I mean, he was pulling up, on his phone right there, he was pulling up a shot from Rebel Moon that he showed me. A shot that he never released. And I don't even think it was in the director's cuts. A shot that I saw. So, but yeah, he was like talking about something, and then he was pulling up this shot from Rebel Moon on his phone. So it's freaking good times. It's good times. Let's see. You guys having some debates, some arguments going on right here. Phil, most of Safran's movies are horror. Those movies made over, yeah. Like I said, I don't really just like full on trust the guy, but I'm not saying he's a bad fit for what's going on, but we'll see. All right, let's talk about the box office. Who went to the movies this weekend? Anybody go? The Boy Kills the World didn't really do anything. We got, Alien almost beat it out. The re-release of Alien. They also re-released The Mummy. I don't even know what Unsung Hero is, but Challengers, a lot of people were talking about Challengers. I didn't really have any desire to see this. I'm not a big Zendaya fan. I never really have been. I think she's kind of overrated. I don't know, maybe it's just because I haven't seen Euphoria. And I liked her in Dune Part 2. I thought her performance was actually pretty great. So she went up a notch in my book when it came to Dune Part 2, because obviously we didn't see her that much in the first one. But I don't know. I just didn't have any desire to see this. It's going to be one of those I'll catch when it's on streaming. But it made, over the weekend worldwide, $25.3 million. I can't imagine that the budget was all that much. So I'm sure they're going to be making its money back. But Unsung Hero. Oh, is this like, I don't even know what the hell this is. Based on a remarkable true story of a mom's. Okay, so it's one of those like religious movies. They always tend to do kind of well, and they have small budgets as well. So it's one of those religious movies. But yeah, Boy Kills the World. Didn't really make a splash at all. $1.6 million. Ouch! And that's the one I wanted to see, and I was thinking about seeing it yesterday, but like I said, I just got lazy, and then I started, drinking wine again. So... Yep, there you go. Box office, quick box office, small box office. Zendaya's lame. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really, no doubt him running DC Studios is a questionable move, but he has been successful. Yeah. You guys still arguing about Peter Safran? Yeah, it's just, like I said, I was just hearing stuff during all that time, and he was like, partially during all that time. So that's why I just I don't know if I really fully trust him. I trust James Gunn way more. Then I trust Safran. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man 2 is also out there, too. Alien. Yeah, I thought about just going to see Alien. I thought about that, too, but just didn't get around. I was so freaking lazy yesterday. I was just watching baseball. Lazy. All right, and finally, the last topic. Like I said, it was a pretty slow news day. Pretty slow news couple of days, I guess you could say. Apparently, Boy Kills World is written by one of the co-writers of Kung Fury Part 2. Oh, nice. Interesting. All right. Oh, boy. Speaking of things I don't really care about, hey, did you guys watch the Mufasa, the Lion King trailer? Yay. A movie that I'm like, okay, we got Mr. Jenkins at least. He's a good filmmaker, but I'm just going, I just don't know. The first Lion King, does anybody even really talk about the first Lion King? Did I mute that? I did. Does anybody even talk about that first Lion King anymore? I mean, it made $1 billion, but to me, I'm like, nobody really talks about that anymore. I think a lot of these live action Disney movies, nobody really talks about them that much anymore. I mean, I didn't even see all of them. I didn't see Cinderella, I didn't see Beauty and the Beast, because I just never grew up with those movies, and I just never really cared for those movies. Lion King was good, Aladdin's good, when it comes to the actual original movies, but then you get these live action remakes, I don't know. And so now we have Mufasa, so let's go ahead and check this out, I guess. Yay. Anybody else about to fall asleep already? Whoa. Okay. You know exactly what it is.
This story begins far beyond the mountains and the shadows.
It's kind of pretty, but kind of... Okay.
On the other side of the light. A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood.
Raindrop reflection.
Who would
Kinda
change
cool.
our lives forever. Mufasa.
It doesn't look that bad. Again, Barry Jenkins. He's a good filmmaker, so maybe.
The earth will shake. Destiny awaits you.
There's a little bit more emotion on the faces, I guess. I guess they listen to people. Am I noticing that correctly? Looks like they put a little bit more emotion on the face. I always forget that Seth Rogen. All right. Nothing really excites me. I'm just like, okay, looks kind of cool, looks kind of fun. I don't know. I'm not really feeling anything for that. But it does look like they kind of put a little bit more emotion on the faces a little bit. Because the first one, it was weird to see like a lack of emotion. But at the same time, I get they were trying to really make it the realism, and they weren't going to make like the big, huge eyes or something like that. But I remember, like when it came to the Jungle Book, not the Jungle Book that Disney made, the one that was on Netflix, the one that had that Andy Serkis made. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't called Jungle Book. It was what's his name, the main character's name. And they actually did mocap of the actor's face, so you kind of got some emotion, and that kind of made some sense. But yeah, when it came to the Lion King, I just remember like, especially when Mufasa like sees his father, fall off and he goes no, and it's just like there's no emotion, and it's just weird. So I think maybe they listened to that a little bit and they put a little bit of emotion on the face. I don't know, but again, I'm just like, Mogwai, thank you, Axel. I know, I feel for Barry Jenkins too. I do. I'm like, oh, just like I felt for Guy Ritchie when it came to Aladdin. I'm just like, Kish. It's like, yeah, I like these directors, but then they're getting stuck into the Disney machine, and it's like, yeah, it's a good paycheck, and you have a possibility to, I guess you could say, like, if you get a good box office, you're going to be, moved up a couple notches, but man, it totally is a money grab, 100%. I mean, all these sequels and everything, they're mainly that, but it's just, I just watched that and I just don't feel anything. Just nothing. I just go, it's just VFX. There it is, just VFX everywhere. And thank you, Jason. I didn't see it pop up. I don't know why it didn't pop up, but I know you gifted some memberships, so I appreciate that. And welcome to the new memberships out there. Appreciate it, sir. It's 100. Yeah, kids will see the movie. Yeah, I mean, it might do well. I mean, the first one, like I said, made over $1 billion. Boy, it didn't kill the box office. That's funny. It's for the kids. Yeah, but it's for the kids, understandable, but it's also for the people who were kids when the original movie came out. That's what they want to get. That's what they want to tap into as well. They want the nostalgia of when you were a kid, when you saw Lion King. They want to capture those people too. So those people are parents now, and yeah, of course they're going to take their kids. And I mean, that's probably what's going to happen with it all. What was Scar's name before he got his scar? I know, right? No Scar? I like it. This is the first sequel to one of the live-action remakes. Yeah, I think so. I don't think there has been another one, so. All right, let's go ahead and get some Twitter questions going here. Let's see what you guys got right here. Making sure things are no bad things in the questions. All right, Eric. Yeah, my only thought about the Mufasa trailer is would have been cool if it were animated like the original. Yeah, where you actually get the emotion. I know some people actually made some stills of that, and it looked. I think maybe they gave it. They thought about doing it like that, but I don't know. Just saying, probably would have been a more guaranteed success, don't you think? Of course, Disney seems barely interested in 2D animated movie. Yeah, it's all about the realistic stuff. Tets, do you think the lanterns will be allergic to yellow? Maybe. Yellow dye number 5? Possibly. Yeah, they should be. Mr. Nobody, hey Dave, question 1. Since Nathan Fillion is playing Guy Gardner, how is DC going to explain him playing as the detachable kid in the Suicide Squad? Is it multiverse variant situation? I think they're just not going to say anything. I mean, it's just like, nobody say anything. Didn't he died in that, right? I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to say anything. Question 2, have you seen the new Wolverine teasers? They gave Wolverine white eyes, and it works. You could definitely tell the emotions he's emoting, so I think Gunn should do the same with his Batman. It's always the question when it comes to Batman, the white eyes. And yeah, I did see that. We showed that earlier. So, Devon Wooter. Hey, Dave, can you tell me what the hell Sony is delaying Kraven to December 13th? Probably because they're going to fuck it up even more. I don't know. The movie's going up against Sonic 3, and I know this will never happen, but it'll be crazy to see Spider-Man and Batman crossover movie. And what's your favorite scene in X-Men Apocalypse? Spider-Man and Batman, I mean, probably like decades from now they'll have something like that. And my favorite scene in X-Men Apocalypse is probably when when they find Wolverine or Weapon X and he starts fucking those dudes up. That was in that one, right? Or was that in Dark Phoenix? No, that was in that one, right? Yeah, because he wasn't in Dark Phoenix, was he? I didn't really like Apocalypse or Dark Phoenix, so I can't remember. Dylan, have you watched Fallout yet? No, still working on Shogun. So once I finish that, I'll do. Yeah. Hey Dave, I understand why Zack made 2 different cuts, but don't you think after everything he has earned the right to make a movie with his vision only? I didn't enjoy either of the Rebel Moon movies, and I'm aware of the director's cuts, but I don't think the majority of the audience is. Yeah, I mean, the conversation keeps going, so I don't know. Like, I was all for it, still all for it, and yeah, we'll see if this experiment on doing it like this is going to work. Naven, are you watching Icon's Under Earth Batman? I'm not. They get to the Schumacher films and act like he just walked around all horned up and confused, not knowing what he was doing. The Star Wars one felt like, remember Lucas? Call him an asshole. Call him an asshole. I haven't watched any of that yet, so I'm going to have to. I have to check those out, but... Boop. Anyways, all right. So that's pretty much it, guys. But, yeah, like I said, it's kind of a slow news day, so... Not really much out there, so hopefully you guys... Oh, you sent the question? I know, Fallout. I gotta do that. Let's see. You sent the question. Dave, did you ever watch the Spider-Man show? Drew that yesterday. Oh yeah, well, you're talking about the original show, right? Yeah, I've watched the original show. Or are you talking about one of the different shows? I don't think I watched every version of that, but that looks cool. I like that. I like that design. Not too shabby there, Mr. Axel. Not too shabby. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Hope you guys had a good time. And make sure you smash that like, thumbs up before you leave. Leave a comment, share, do all the stuff. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the memberships, all that stuff. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be doing DC Fanimated again at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So if you want to tune into that, click into that. We'll be doing it then, and then I think we're going to be moving it to an official day. Still trying to figure that out. And but yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, and I'll talk to you guys then. Hopefully there'll be more stuff to talk about, huh? Well, we'll just talk about James Gunn being a liar again. That's simply what we'll do. Just keep it going. Just keep it going, right? Anyways, love you guys. Talk to you later.